Hi, welcome to Lumens Light and Electric. In this video, we will be discussing more on lighting for lighting usage at retail showrooms and the clothing companies. So, the trend has become quite different. Like about 15 to 20 years back, there were no big of shopping malls, and we used to have a lot of textile shops. So in sense, like you have a branded showrooms, one for Raymond's, one for Levi's, one for some other brand. So nowadays, the culture and the generation has led in such a way that we are more oriented towards one place where a lot of options are available in terms of brands, in terms of styles, in terms of men, women. Like it's a family shopping area. So these are the shopping malls. So when we go for the, from a customer's perspective, when we see the shopping mall, it is nothing but a shopping experience for them, and we want to make sure that the shopping malls that we light have a very proper amount of lighting that convinces the customer and makes him like the product by the way he sees it, because the first impression on any product is given in the shopping malls is basically because of the lighting. So lighting is quite important here, and not only the lighting in terms of light output and performance is not only the one area that we have to concentrate, because nowadays there has been a huge competition from different companies. So when we are being presenting ourselves in such a competitive environment, we need to make sure that we are playing safe in terms of the overheads are quite less. Overhead must be lesser, and then cost of operation should be less, maintenance should be less, and these are all the parameters that increase the profit by reducing the input cost. So this is one very important aspect. See, now when we compare our residential lighting versus commercial lighting, there are certain aspects that we consider in residential lighting, that is the performance or the style. So these, the look and all aesthetics, that is what we look at, and then the budgets. But however, when we see the commercial environments where we deal with the larger scale of projects, which are about 10,000 to 15,000 or 1 lakh square feet area, so here there are several aspects that you have to consider and several parameters that you have to match to make it more viable option to go for LEDs or any other technologies that is more viable in terms of finance. So some of the parameters that we need to look is, the first one is the performance, because performance is the most important part. This is something which actually by which the customer actually judges whether to buy the product or not, whether it can be a shirt or a pant or anything else, or it can be a consumer item, or it can be a refrigerator, television, or anything like that. So because the appeal that you create with good lighting is what makes the decision of buying or not, at least at the glimpse of the moment the customer will feel to buy or not. So performance is really important. So we make sure the performance of the lights that we provide are up to the mark, and see, everything is actually measured in terms of lux, which is the minimum amount of light that you have to be presenting per square meter, that is lux lumens per square meter. So we have certain standards fixed, and once we have the height of the ceilings and everything ready, we give the minimum lux requirements, and we must meet them no matter which technology we are using. So it can be either halogens or CDMTs, which is metal halides, or LEDs. So this is the first aspect, and now the second aspect is the reliability of the product. See, when you have like 4 or 5 products or a little office or a little home, then it is very easy to maintain. If something is has snapped, then it is very easy to just remove it and replace with a new one, because observation is quite easy, because it is under our eye that we are seeing that it has failed. But when you're talking about 15 to 20,000 or 50,000 square feet areas, then a constant maintenance is required, which means somebody has to follow which area lights are not working, or somewhere the flicker is happening, or somewhere the lights are not performing well. So a lot of reliability questions come into picture, because changing these lights, believe me, it is not as easy as changing a bulb or changing a tube light, because these are some things which you just take it off and put a new one. But when you're talking for something which is inside the fall ceiling, it needs some technical work, it needs some time. So these are the two factors which we don't obviously have in terms of because everything comes with a cost. Maintenance comes with a cost, replacement comes with a cost, the cost of the product, the cost of replacement, the cost of the labor that is involved in replacement. So these are all the factors that are very important here. And so LEDs, LED is a fairly good option. Like we'll tell you the basic advantages with LED. Say if you have a CFL downlighter, this is a typical 2x18 watt CFL downlighter where we use two of such kind of fixtures, and then comparing with the LED, which is either this one, either the flat panel, or these the bigger the downlighters. Basically, the advantage is you know, you don't need to change the diameters. The diameter remains same. LEDs are made in such a way that, you know, replacing the existing light is quite possible by putting this light back in the same diameter. So advantage with the LED is it consumes much lesser lesser wattage. And then in CFL lights, when you have a 2x18, you have 2 of such lamps and 2 of these bellas. So there are total 4 junctions of failure, which means a light can fail either if the lamp is gone or the ballast is gone. Even then the lamp won't work. If the other lamp is gone, then the ballast won't work. So it is like this. So there are 4 junctions of failure per light, whereas in LED there is no chance that LED can fail like inside this one, but there is a chance that this guy can fail. So provided when we are selecting these drivers and the electronics from a reliable customer, reliable supplier, then it should not be a big problem, because otherwise if it is made proper, it has a life of about 5 to 6 years without much changes. But anything after that we may go for changing, but it would cost only like 100 or 150 rupees or 200 rupees depending on the cost, just like as in CFL. Even the CFL and LED, the ballast manufacturing process is the same, but the circuits and the principles are different. So that's the first part. So now going for LED or no LED is a financial decision that has to be taken from the management point of view. But if at all management is looking for longer times, which is at least 18 to 24 months, the total cost of ownership for 24 months with an LED versus a CFL in a project environment, the costing would be slightly 1.5 times or 2 times higher in LED. But the total cost of ownership and everything taken together, LED is quite efficient when you see the CFLs. We did an evaluation for about 1,000 lights for a shopping mall, where we came out with LED versus CFL total cost of ownership. LED was thrice expensive as a CFL, but however the total cost of ownership, total cost of maintenance also taken together, the cost of the company was able to save at least 5 lakhs per year after going for LEDs, not with CFLs. And this is, believe me, this is a long-term analysis. We have to make sure that we take anything for longer times. So that is when you see the LED as an advantage. And also we suggest to our customers, don't see LED as a light or something like this light or an electrical item, because LEDs are not electrical, they are all electronics. Why don't you start seeing this light as electronics? Just like your mobile phone, just like your air conditioner, just like your computer, because they are as reliable as them. These are also electronics. Consider the lighting as appliance. That is when you feel that the lighting is very, the cost of investment of LED is then not very much when you see it as an appliance. So this is one aspect. And then again, retrofits, when we are we're talking about shopping mall general lighting options, we have several options. The first option is again the CFLs. They have replacement LEDs, different sizes and different models are available. So these are some of the options. And then again, spotlights, these are the halogens. These consume 50 watts and they produce hell lot of heat. Air conditioning wise, these are the killers. So alternatively, you have LED options either in 7 watts or in 6 watts. So basically, if you see these, if you have a fixture something like this already fixed, if it's an existing place, then this is how I see how a LED is fixed. Now replacing this is quite easy with retrofits, which means you just take out this lamp and then put an LED lamp. This is as easy as this one. So this is the second option. So here the power saving is more than 80% when you go from a halogen to LED, because LED consumes about 50 watts, whereas your CFL your halogen consumes 50 watts, whereas your LED consumes only 6 watts. So that is one very good advantage. And also coming to the life, see, halogen has a working life of 2000 hours, whereas LED is about 45,000 hours, which is 10 times or 20 times higher. So that is one nice place. And then in common areas and corridors where you have the regular CFL bulbs, then alternatively you can go for LED options. This is a very nice LED option. So power saving is about 70 to 80%. Make sure that they are not in an area where the maintenance janitors or the customers or the clients walking by can steal it. So make sure they are concealed. This is one option. And then Wherever you have tube lights, the tube lights consumes 40 watts, whereas the replacement for the LED tube light, this is a retrofit T5 tube light, which means they come with the fixture itself. All you have to do is mount it onto the wall. So this consumes about 18 watts, whereas the typical consumes 40 watts. Again, 80% savings. The cost of ownership is under say for 100 pieces, if we are considering the cost of ownership is I can say how much it saves versus a normal tube light. It would be roughly about 50,000 per year on replacement of 100 units. So it is quite more efficient than a CFL and a TFL T5 tube light. It is 18 watts. It comes with 3-year standard warranty. So this is one nice product. And then the third product of importance would be your lighting for parking lots, because parking lots, believe me, is a useless power consumption and power guzzling, because this is the area where it has to be on, because it will be dark for most of the times. So you need lighting for your parking lots, very good, because that makes the customers feel it is much safer, and also but better lighting gives a better appeal to the outlook of the brand. So you have a regular tube light, again the same tube light can be used to replace it. So this is one nice option to replace a conventional tube light. You see a lot of power savings, because most of the shopping malls have lighting. Not only shopping malls, it is hotels, and everywhere you have a basement structure of more than 1 or 2 floors, and you have to have your general lighting. So that is one option. And for all the areas, maintenance areas where you don't have false ceiling, this is one very nice product where this can be fixed onto the false ceiling, onto the hard ceiling directly, and you have wiring, and this clamp goes in. So this is one nice product. Even this saves more than 60%. So as we always say, this small video may not be able to tell you how much of exact savings, and I may not be able to judge your savings, and this all requires a site visits. So we are open for site visits all over India. So for any more details on or any product requirements or any kind of queries regarding the lighting design, you can always get back to us at me at deep@lumensledlighting.com. So that is my email, and it is given below, and also my contact number is given below. Please contact me for any further requirements for your lighting. Thank you.